Once upon a time, in a quiet village, there lived a kind and gentle girl named Cinderella. Her father had passed away, leaving her in the care of her stepmother and two stepsisters. They were not kind. Every day they gave Cinderella endless chores, scrubbing floors, cooking meals, carrying water, and sewing dresses for them. While they enjoyed sweet cakes and wore fine ribbons, Cinderella wore an old blue dress and wooden shoes, but even though she was treated unfairly, she never complained. She stayed hopeful and kind. One sunny morning, a messenger rode into town with a trumpet. By order of the king, he announced, "There will be a grand ball at the palace. All young ladies are invited, for the prince will choose his bride." The stepsisters squealed with excitement. A chance to marry the prince, they shouted. They ordered Cinderella to iron their gowns, polish their shoes, and curl their hairs. Cinderella whispered softly, "I wish I could go too," but her stepmother snapped, "You? In rags? Stay home and finish your work." When the family left for the ball, Cinderella sat alone in the garden. She looked up at the night sky full of shining stars, and tears rolled down her cheeks. "Oh, how I wish I could go," she sighed. Suddenly, there was a gentle glow of light. Poof! Standing before her was a kind fairy godmother holding a sparkling wand. "Don't cry, my dear," said the fairy godmother with a smile. "You shall go to the ball." With the wave of her wand, the fairy godmother worked her magic. A fat orange pumpkin turned into a golden carriage, and Cinderella's ragged dress transformed into a shining silk gown. Glittering with jewels on her feet appeared delicate glass slippers that sparkled like diamonds. But the fairy godmother warned, "Remember, child, at midnight the magic will be end." When Cinderella arrived at the palace, the prince bowed and said, "May I have the dance?" They danced across the marble floor while the music played, and Cinderella felt as if she were in a dream. The prince never left her side. He spoke kindly, and she laughed with joy. The stepsisters could only watch in jealousy. But when the clock struck midnight, Cinderella ran away. She left behind one glass slipper on the palace steps. The prince searched the whole kingdom, carrying the glass slipper. Every young lady tried it on, but it was too small. At last he came to Cinderella's house. Her stepsisters tried to squeeze their feet in, but it didn't fit. Then Cinderella softly asked, "May I try?" The slipper fit perfectly. Just then Cinderella pulled the other slipper from her pocket. The prince realized she was the misery girl from the ball. With joy in his eyes, he declared, "You are the one I have been searching for." Soon after, Cinderella and the prince were married in the royal palace. Her stepsisters and stepmother were surprised, but Cinderella forgave them, showing her kind heart once again. And from that day on, Cinderella lived happily ever after. So, dear kids, we are making the stories for you. Please subscribe us.